Hey everybody, hello and good afternoon. Greetings from, where are we? Abingdon, Virginia. Local time here is 4:50. Temperature here is at 88 degrees. Once again, today it is Wednesday, August 29th, 2018. Baby Blue and I are on our way to Manchester, Virginia, which is 432 miles. First and foremost, I'd like to say hello and good afternoon, greetings, and a sincere apology to Freddie Bowman. Freddie, I am sorry, my friend. I just did not find the time to pull over. I didn't quite make it to Knoxville last night. I came shy, and it's really just time to go. So we'll catch you next time, Freddie, God willing. I'll buy you breakfast, dinner, or lunch. By the way, I was watching Long Haul Larry's channel. That was pretty funny, the way he did his beard. I thought it was pretty cool. Alright, once again today we are using Sony HDR AS300 Sony cameras, action cams. In full disclosure, I know a lot of people try to ask me, you know, put the GoPro there, put the GoPro there, here. I do not use a GoPro. I have never used a GoPro. I did touch a GoPro once. I touched Larry's GoPro Hero 6. Never turned it on. I didn't know how. And I'm not about to switch to GoPros. I really don't. I firmly believe that for my use, I think the Sony cameras with the gimbal inside stabilization lens is much stable than the GoPros. You know, I'm a firm believer of, if you have one thing, get them all in the same thing. Don't have 4 different brands of cameras, because then you have 4 different types of accessories, and they're not all interchangeables. That makes sense, right? I mean, why do you think most large trucking companies have one, the whole fleet is, you know, strictly just Freightliners? That way they can have all Freightliner parts, all Freightliner labor, knowledge, and experience. I just really believe that it makes it so much easier that way. Again, I just really believe the, you know, superiority of the Sony when it comes to my purpose. Now I know that GoPros can be really good in certain aspects, I think, but for my purpose, I am well more than satisfied. I must say that the recent number of views on the JBG Travel channel has been going up, and wow. So thank you, and I'm sure all of you have a major part of that. If I could probably guess, you guys have been sharing and flooding your social medias with. And so thank you. Also, just a friendly reminder for those of you who are new, welcome, and please comment, subscribe, and again, share it. If you find these videos worthy of watching, who knows, you might find them worthy of sharing. So, alright, that's that. Yesterday's video, I mentioned something about the sunsets, the island sunset. And one of the things that I talked about on the video was that you know, I would come home and refreshed, recharged. Kind of like you can take the boy out of the island, but you can't take the island out of the boy. And one of the comment mentioned that if the island is so good, why did I leave? And that's a good question. That's a fair question, I think. I mean, yeah, it is a fair question. I think it's got all to do with my lack of education. You see, in the Philippines, jobs are very hard to come by. Well, not good paying jobs anyway. You see, there's a lot of educated, highly educated, very smart people, college graduates, master's degrees, and I could never compete with those people. Don't have enough brain cells to compete with them. So economically, for someone like me, I could never make a decent living as I am doing here. Nowhere near close. Nowhere near close. So, in short, I left the Philippines for economic reason. That's one thing that the Lord has provided in this country, is that with someone like me, with the lack of education and the lack of brain cells to compete with other people, I do okay. I'm able to support my family and, you know, take care of their needs. It's tough sometimes, but I tell you what, I know a lot more highly educated people out there scholastically that makes a lot less than what I do. And that's not to my credit. No. Not at all. Not at all. It's just, I think first and foremost, it's all by grace. Second, I am a true believer that in this country, you don't have to be a victim. You can work your way. If you work hard at it, you can, you know, the system here in this country has proven that no matter what your culture is, what your gender is, what your race, what your religion, in all, everybody has broken through the hurdles in this country. I mean, there are millions and millions of different races in this country that are very, very wealthy because they worked hard at it. So now I know there's a lot more complicated than that, but it is proven. It is proven to be true that if you work hard, keep your nose clean, you can have a better life here. And I think I'm a prime example of that. Nobody gave me this job. I had to earn it. And if somebody like me could make it, I just don't see any excuse to why anybody else would not make it at all. Really don't. That's beyond my understanding that nobody can make this. Of course, once again, I had to put God's grace equation in there, of course. What else is there? So, yeah, I got that. Kind of got that question about why did I leave if it was so beautiful, and that's the reason. I mean, it still is a beautiful place, but economically, you know, what's a beautiful sunset with a hungry stomach? Right? All the beauty in the world is, I think it would be worthless if you're suffering from hunger. Local time is 5:02. We are down to 417 miles to Manchester, Pennsylvania. Manchester is just about 25 miles south of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Baby Blue's got a engine check light again. It's something to do with the DEF having to be impure. That seems to reoccur all the time. Freightliner truck country in Sheboygan has addressed that issue half a dozen times, and it just comes back a couple of days after. Check out that house up there. That was one beautiful house. Baby Blue says, "Quit looking at me. Quit looking at me." Well, Baby Blue, you're the star of the show. People like looking at you. All right, all right. By the way, greetings to John from New Jersey. Wanted to do a shout out, so there you go, John. I hope well, and I hope the peace of the Lord is in your heart. Doris Walker, Just Duff, Lindsay Smith, Ken Floodstrom, Mark Farlow, Frank Irwin, Stephen Nonting, Dale Bizant, Curtis McCurkle. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Hey, there's Smoky Bear. Oh, that was a County Maui. Mr. White Peterbilt, flash me, flash me. There you go. Thank you, Mr. White Peterbilt. Flash, flash, blink, blink. Oh, here it comes. Virginia the beautiful. It truly is beautiful out here. Virginia is very unique to itself. Just, what does it say? Virginia is for lovers. All right, we are 406 miles to Manchester, Pennsylvania. Well, that's all I really have for you guys at the moment. As always, thank you for watching, and again, please, you can give your support to me and my family by sharing these videos with others. Comment, like, and share.